case briefs, and so much more. LSData's got what you're looking for.
In a case that brought into sharp focus the legal boundaries of provocation in the context of violent crimes, the Court of Appeals of Maryland in 1991 delivered a verdict that set a definitive standard in handling instances of provoked murder. The case, dubbed Girouard v. State, posed pivotal questions around the feasibility of verbal abuses as legitimate grounds for provocation, thus escalating a murder charge to manslaughter. The source of contention stemmed from a domestic dispute turned fatal. A heated argument between the defendant, Stephen Girouard, and his wife culminated in Girouard stabbing his spouse 19 times, leading to her immediate death. Her relentless barrage of insults and her expression of regret for marrying him led the defendant to retreat and hide a knife under his pillow, a weapon he used in the subsequent attack once the verbal onslaught persisted. Following the incident, Girouard was charged with second-degree murder, sparking fierce debates around the provocation defense. Girouard, in response to the charges of murder, asserted that his wife's provocation had led him to respond violently, a plea he hoped would mitigate his case to that of manslaughter. This presented the court with a significant question. Could words alone, however harsh, be construed as adequate provocation warranting the alteration of a murder charge to manslaughter? In reaching its decision, the court drew on established precedents that define the specifics of a provocation defense. The scenarios where a mitigation of charges could be considered included instances of discovered infidelity, assault or battery, or mutual combat. However, purely verbal incitement could not be treated as a valid ground for provocation. In its ruling on Girouard v. State, the Court of Appeals concluded that words alone did not meet the criteria for a provocation defense, thereby rejecting his appeal to mitigate the murder charge to manslaughter. Specifically, the court underscored that the requirement of adequate provocation includes immediate action in the heat of passion, a lack of cooling-off period, and a direct causal connection to the violent act, parameters which the defendant's argument failed to suffice. The ruling underscored that the measure for provocation remains one of reasonableness rather than the accused's personal mental state, thus setting a legal precedent for future cases of provoked violence.
Case briefs, and so much more. LSData's got what you're looking for. Visit lsd.law, elevate your mind. Leave the stress of class.